the weight that Allah Ta'ala has put on this point, and something that we need to pay attention to is the aqeedah for the human being, the belief. Who's reading the Quran without the right belief, the right mindset, the right ideology, then Quran will reject that person. Just like the Quran has stated that there are many people who I take towards dalalat. They read, but they go towards wretchedness. And the reason is because their foundation was not correct, so the iman drops. So the more a person's aqeedah, belief, remember belief, aqeedah is the foundation. The foundation of Islam is aqeedah. The more the aqeedah is strong, correct, then the Quran for us to understand and to practice upon it will become easy and simple. So in all these verses, Kamil like Hazrat Siddiq, Umar, Uthman, Ali and the rest of the companions, or the other people who rejected Abu Jahl and party. So it's not the case. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, this started, the categories emanated from the time of the Prophet ﷺ, will continue till the Day of Judgment, because the Quran exposed these groups from the beginning of Islam till the end of time, from Alif, Lam, Mim to Nas. These three things Allah will expose, nothing else. Allah will highlight who are the people who believe, those who don't believe, and those in between. Remember, these three groupings, Allah Ta'ala talks about them from the beginning to the end of the Quran. So from now, before till Qiyamah, there are people even today now who have Kamil Iman, category number, doesn't matter what happens, they will not leave, discard, shun the Sunnah and Sharia of Rasulullah, doesn't matter what test challenge befalls them. They will not play games. They won't poke criticism. We can't criticize anyone. Well, I need to analyze myself, analyze my iman, measure my iman. On which status is my iman? Am I in category 1, those who completely follow Sharia, Hazrat Siddiq, Umar, Uthman, Ali, and are we in their party, in the Sahaba Ikram, and standing under their standard and flag, and those who play games, tricks, cunning, who don't accept, don't believe, whose party will they be in? Abu Jahl and company, and they will continue until Qiyamah. That group is there as well, to see. And the third party, that will also continue till Qiyamah. Who are they? Those who float in between. Allahu Akbar. Floating in between. What are they? Who are they? They are those people who, they are sitting on the fence. They aren't the partridge or the quail. They aren't one leg here and one leg there. That's it. And they will continue till Qiyamah. 3 thermometers, 3 measurement, you can say temperatures. What was their aqeedah, what was their belief? The Quran defines, and we need to see, determine that the 3 groupings of people, we need to ask our nafs, desires. We don't accuse anyone, we don't criticize anyone, we are reading the Quran for our own Islah. Say Subhanallah, we have to say it loudly, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Because we are reading the Quran for ourselves, for our own betterment. May Allah Ta'ala correct and reform our aqeedah, because always nafs and shaitan deceive us. They pinch us, they trick us, divert us. They may steal our iman. We don't know when they'll steal our iman. And today in this day and age, Allahu Akbar, very close to Qiyamah, I say that Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, it's just around the corner, the conditions, the environment, what the Quran says, it looks fighting. The first sign of the munafiqs was this, that they were servants, slaves of their desires, of their passions, deep-rooted passions. And their biggest problem was against the orders of the Sharia. All of the munafiqs in their hearts, the biggest issue and problem they had was with the Sharia and Sunnah of Rasulullah and the orders of Rasulullah, the instructions. They never accept the orders of Rasulullah in their hearts. The Holy Prophet ﷺ's ahkams and practice, they will never accept that in their hearts. The greatest hypocrisy will be this. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ's ahkams, when they don't accept them, when they don't embrace that, then what replaces that? It's the nafs that replaces that. The passions and the desires, the base desires overwhelm a person. Then a person makes his nafs, his deen, his way of life in opposition to the instructions and ahkams of Allah. Allah Ta'ala orders something, he says, no, you don't need to do that. Too hard, too difficult. According to his or her desires, then they replace Allah's ahkams with their desires. This is the sign of the munafiqs. This is the sign. Then, Allahu Akbar. What did they do, the munafiqeen, the hypocrites? What did they do? That they would side with those who don't have faith and with the Muslims, and in between. They go to the people who don't have faith, join with them. Then on the other side they go to the mu'mineen, join with them. They wanted to keep friends with both sides, with their ghairs rather. They would have respect for those who didn't have iman. They want to copy them, imitate them. Their naql, they like it. They will give the references of the people who don't have faith, that they're advanced, they're this and that. They would refer to them. They would hold them in high esteem in their hearts. They have high respect. and glorify them. No, look at them. This is better. Look at what they do. Look how brainy they are. They have wisdom, they're intellectual, they've advanced. They'll be impressed with those things which are against the Sharia and Sunnah of Rasulullah, those actions which are against Allah Ta'ala's orders. They will prefer those things, and in their hearts they'll have qadr and appreciation and value for those things that are against the deen. Yes? And they will do the mutashabbihat. They will do naql of those things which are against the deen. Mutashabbihat. Imitation. They'll be proud of their mutashabbihat. They won't just do it, they'll be proud of their mutashabbihat. And further, and they will criticize. The Quran says this, media age, that's why the pious predecessor said, beware, it is such a dangerous generation if you want to correct your aqeedah, if you want to maintain your belief, because deen is based on, don't fall into this trap that we want to increase our ilm, knowledge, and you go to different ulama, and you listen to different scholars, different channels and speeches, that he gives a good speech, he's achieved, he gives good points, his eloquence, and he makes you enjoy when you hear this. No. And his ilm is high, this scholar, this tafsir, this commentary. The pious predecessors said, beware when you have arrived to one person and your belief has come to that person and you are benefiting from that person, then close all the other kitabs. Close all the other sources. Why? Because the weak person, shaitan and nafs attack that person and they attack that person's iman. Because you quickly embrace a scientific proof and he confuses you. Such people today are sitting on social media, on platforms, who say Jummah is forgiven, Salah you can decrease, Wudu is decreased, Taraweeh has been finished. And Masail, they've cancelled Hadith, Quran, they open up and they try to disprove the deen. But today shaitan, remember, whoever has not taken heed, yes, and I am a sheikh, I'm telling my murids, my students, that if you are not careful with this deeds, that you go to channels, listening to speeches, Masne Masail, reading hadith, Sahih Bukhari trying to learn, and this kitab, going to this scholar, this masla and masail from here. And today, what we've got, the alim online, alimas and alims online, he teaches us this and teaches us Arabic language. For the sake of Allah, save your itiqad, your belief. This is a fasad day and age generation, remember. And this third group, munafiqs, have spread around the world. Quran challenges us in the start, in the beginning. The Quran says that strengthen your aqeedah, belief. The Quran has given us the total prescription. Line by line, save yourself from these people. If you don't save yourself, if today your aqeedah is good, you do dhikr and you accept your shaykh and you follow his guidance, but if you don't listen to my advice and you keep on listening to reading kitabs and listening to channels, watching channels and sitting with other groupings, listening to them, remember, such a masla will come to you and such an attack on your zayful itiqad, the weak aqeedah will come that you will be deceived and taken off the track. They invite to give da'wah. Such big kitabs, they sit with kitabs, may Allah forgive such masail, such solutions they present, and they've spoilt the deen. The deen cannot be spoilt. It can never be changed. Today there is a group present who Allah Ta'ala has defined as munafiqs and liars and fasiqs and fasid and disorder they spread, and they present themselves as people who are Muslims. They are not. They have come from that first age as the people who sit on the fence Allah has prepared. And they are walis of Allah who will continue till the Day of Judgment, who will save our aqeedah from these people. Yes, so if you leave such company and you listen to these people and sit in their gatherings, then with sternness our pious elders have said, save yourself when you go to gatherings. My Hazrat said to me, first and foremost in a letter, beware, don't go to majalis, other conferences, gatherings, because a person's weak and nafs, desire, seeks excuses. Oh, here, this is a way out. Hazrat says this, do that. He's saying it's okay, I'll show you hadith. And he'll show you hadith. And he'll read a hadith for you. Recite it. Yes? And I've got ilm, knowledge, I know everything, technical points. Let's see what he can do. How can he challenge my ilm? And wallahi, shaitan will take you down. Have one guide. Select him and I'll tell you the way to select the guide. Do dua to Allah. Allah will select the guide for you. You can't select the guide. If you select yourself, then you'll be deceived. Assign it to Allah. Say, Allah, you please give me the guide. When your guide is given to you, Allah takes you to someone and you're sincere and your heart is compatible and your heart accepts. And then the munafiq leaves that teacher. When he says, oh, it's too hard here, it's strict. And various munafiqs have left me. Yes, various munafiqs have left. They're left and gone. bypass. They couldn't take it except the deen. They couldn't travel on the path of the deen. They couldn't face it. That's the sign of the munafiq, the hypocrite. Yeah, that person, he goes along with the shaykh who's capable, the deen is given, he embraces, he accepts it, he's steadfast, sharia, sunnah, he accepts gleefully, happily. The person leaves is the munafiq, hypocrite. Why? Why will he leave? For this purpose, that is too hard for him, too strict. Oh, no, this is not easy deen. Oh, he's an alim scholar, he's a wali Allah. He's saying this is jais, this is permissible, trim the beard, do this action. You always tell us, do dhikr. I heard this from my ears. Good brothers, after learning asbaq lessons, how Allah Ta'ala made them munafiq. Munafiq, I say, the person who after joining to this, remember my words. Imam Rabbani Mujaddad al-Thani, Rahmatullahi, Sheikh Ahmad Farooqui, he said this, that he who has joined to my silsila, attached to my silsila, what does that mean? That he who has taken bayah, who has entered into my silsila, with a Kamil Sheikh, he's taken bayah, whose silsila, chain of series of sheikhs reaches to me, said Hazrat Imam Rabbani, Sahih, authentic chain of sheikhs, Mashaykh, it comes to Hazrat Imam Rabbani, Rahmatullahi, he said, whoever joins the silsila, through a shaykh to me, and he's steadfast on that, then Allah Ta'ala has given me ilham, inspiration. He is an inhabitant of paradise, guaranteed. And that person who leaves the silsila, rejects it without any shari reason. What kind of reason? Oh, I don't feel like it. I don't know what is this. It's too hard. I can't believe anymore. Is that love's not there anymore? Allah. Then we're going to go towards Jahannam. So now the thermometer we need to apply to ourselves. What's the thermometer of Sharia? 4 signs in a person. If a person possesses these 4 signs in my thermometer, number 1, then if I have these 4 signs, I'm a total munafiq. And if a person, subhanallah, these 4 signs, if you have these 4 signs, you're a pure munafiq. And if you have one of these 4 signs in you, if you possess the character, then that will be 1 point of nifaq. And if you have all 4, then you're 100% munafiq. If amongst these 4 signs, you have just 1, then you have signs of nifaq. Even then there is a proportion, a percentage of nifaq within you. If from these 4 signs you have 1, then a percentage of nifaq is in you. So the first sign is what? وَإِذَا تُمِنَ خَانَ. First sign, Allahu Akbar. The first negative sign, khiyanat. The person who demonstrates khiyanat. What does this mean? That any trust you give to somebody, bestow to someone, he breaches the trust. Breaches the trust. Amanat is not just money. Trust is not just mal. Trust is everything that you entrust to someone. If you give somebody some task, you give him a responsibility. Every person Allah has given a responsibility. Remember, in society, every person has a responsibility. Wife, children, they are all responsible. And the husband is responsible. The biggest responsibility Allah has given us is iman, belief. So a person who breaches trust, not that someone gives you money and you consume it, no. And trust has come from Allah and His Rasul has given us iman. The rights of society, that if I am married and my wife comes to home, she's a trust Allah has given to me. And if I don't fulfill the rights of my wife, I'm breaching the trust, breaking the trust. If I am an employee, Allah Ta'ala makes me an employee, and if I'm working correctly, then I've been given a responsibility, a title. For example, my sheikh has given me a responsibility and I am skiving and not completing my task responsibility, then that person is a munafiq, if he has that. So that's one sign of nifaq. Second sign, وَإِذَا حَدَّثَ كَذَبَ. He lies. When he speaks, he lies. Yes, that he lies like flowing water. Now we need to analyze ourselves, measure ourselves. Our society today around us is based on lying. Business, home, shop, workplace, business place, earning through lying, signing and taking money, claiming falsely. All claims are false. What can I say? That which people are they on which status, on which level? People on high levels, status. Kadhib. People on which levels I cannot explain to you. Those who claim falsely and consume money haram. They claim falsely and consume haram. Lying, standing, lying, sitting, lying, clothes are lying, business is lying. From their tongue the lie comes out. One lie is such that if a person lies, then the angels, they run away thousands of miles from the stench of his lying. That's how bad the smell is. Where will his amal remain? His practice. Hajj is a lie, Umrah is a lie, Quran recitation a lie, eating is a lie, we're eating haram. House on rent, we sign that I've got no income. We go in houses on rent, that I've got no rent. Our shops are running, I've got no income. Claiming we're working, and we've got the wages, and we're lying that I've got no income. People, deen-dar, practicing, not small-scale people. Society tells us, put the thermometer yourself, that what is a munafiq? How much am I a munafiq? How much am I a mu'min in this society? Third sign of a munafiq, breaking the promise. وَإِذَا عَادَ, breaking the promise. Oh, it's leave it. Look in the society, how many people break promises today. That's the thing. And that fourth thing, if he argues with someone at home, outside, first mother and